Hello YouTube fans, here again. Now I thought I'd do this one. Why not? Why not? Done it before. Classic sci-fi futuristic film starring James Caan. That's right, James Caan. Never said his name last time, but I've got his name now. James Caan in the classic sci-fi futuristic film Rollerball. That's right, Rollerball. The classic, the original Rollerball. And I love it. I love it. Based on the future that I just said about repeating myself, it's sort of like a sport, but a sport which is a dangerous sport. That's why it's a dangerous sport. Because you've got people on a motorbike wearing a helmet with this thing that's like a big gold plated ball, and you've got to throw it in a hole. Not being dirty minded, you've got to throw it in a hole, right? But there's a twist to it. People will batter you, they'll punch you up, they'll scalp you, they'll stab you, they'll punch your face in, they'll stamp up and down on your head, and so on. So it's like a vicious game, really, when you think about it. It's a vicious game. And basically, it's people who own James Caan. But not just people who own him, but own a lot of other people. They own them. It's like they're the property. It's like the future of people. It's a bit like now, really. People control you, who you're going to be with, what woman you're going to have a relationship with, where to live, who to marry, and so on. And that's what it's about, really. It's more to do with communism. Big word for me. But yeah, it's to do with communism, right? And basically, they're pushing James Caan to retire. To retire from what he does, the sport, and to leave and just live off the profit. And the thing is, he doesn't want to retire. He likes what he's doing. He's good at what he's doing. And he doesn't want to retire. He doesn't want to tolerate a day. And you've got an idea. He's got another woman, but he's not allowed to see that woman. He's not allowed to see her. And there's a scene in it where he's on the talk show where he's talking about retiring and leaving that woman, and he doesn't say what they want him to say. They're giving him orders, they're giving him commands, and he's not doing it. You've got a boss who's like an oldie fella. I've seen him before. If you remember the classic 1980s The Fog, and the scene where you got an old guy doing a ghost story to a gang of kids in the opening of The Fog, that's him. And he's sort of like the boss of the place that runs his company called Rollerball. Again, it's like a sport. It's like an Olympic sport, and you sort of like fight to your doom. Some people can get killed doing it. And I've got to admit, there are some bits which is bitty vicious. There are some bits which is bitty blood and fire. And, he's got a mate, James Caan, he's got a mate. And I've seen him before. He's been in a few things. He's been in Dias. He's been in a lot of things, this guy, Mr. Ass. And it's his mate at the end of the day. It's his best mate. And there's a bit where you feel sorry for his mate, because at the end of the day, man, make it a bit faster, at the end of the day, and they're on motorbikes doing what I said, and they're fighting another team, and they get him, his mate, take his helmet off, stab him on the fucking head, and they put poor James Caan's mate in a coma. I shit you not, they put him in a freaking coma. And it's weird, really. He's on this machine, man. He's on this machine, and he's lying down, and he's got his eyes open. He's got his eyes open, and you don't know if he's dead or alive. And they're actually telling him, well, should you turn the machine off? Because, you don't know, basically, you don't know if he's dead or alive. He's just lying there with his eyes open like that. He looks dead, but the bit in his face, he's dead. Like he's normally said, the machine's keeping him alive. He's like that. But he doesn't do it. James Caan doesn't do it. He wants to keep him how he is. So I think that's a bit cold. But he doesn't want to do it because they want him to do it. It's like, no. Keep him like that. There's a bit in it where you've got these people and they're having a party. This is before his mate got put in a coma, or dead, whatever you want to call it. And they've got this thing that shoots out fire, and they're burning this very rare pan. There's a pan, it's like a bus, and they're shooting it and they're burning it, and they're going hooray, and they're cheering and they're destroying these pants. You've got one woman that's really getting off on it, but then after a bit, you look at her, she looks really guilty. So it's like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have destroyed that plant. I feel really bad. But then it's like, well, why did you do it? But it's like, it's like they've got to follow a child, and they've got to do what the high up people told them to do. And it's basically, it's communism. It's communism, big word for me. But it's communism. They're doing what they want them to do. The high up ones want James Caan to retire. He doesn't want to retire. He likes doing what he's doing. And that's riding the game and doing rollerball. Now I do know in 2002 they made a remake. They made a remake of this. I found it like I paid a fucking fine Durexis. I found it like the guy in the Running Man with a chainsaw in his hand. I found it because it's shit. It's absolutely garbage. It's a prime example that not every film needs a remake. You got pretty boys in it. You got pretty girls in it. They're softening up on the violence in it. It just, it's just shit. The original one with James Time is a damn good film. It's science fiction. It's futuristic. It's communism. It's all this. If you're going into it for action and a bit like the Running Man, they're riding motorbikes every 2 minutes and all that, you're not going to get it. What you are going to get is a good sci-fi film, and I do actually like the music. It's very popular song, it goes do 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 do. You might have heard it in a lot of things. I can't think of the name of the song now, but it's a bit of music, very, very famous music. You hear it a lot, do 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 do. Just something a shit job. But it starts up like that. You get it here and there, the music. I say the scenes where he's on the motorbike, brilliant, but brutal, very brutal. They're on the motorbike, they're punching people in the face, they're kicking people just to get this ball in the hole. That's the idea of the game. It's just to get a fucking ball in a frigging hole. It's like I say, they're pushing him to retire, and he just won't do it. He won't budge. He's not going to give these bastards what they want. So it's like I say, his mates, there's a scene in it anyway where the girl who they put him with, there's no love there, she's giving him shit, and he's a bit vicious, that's there. He pushes her down and he cuts half her face. I'm thinking, fucking hell, that's a bit vicious. But he wants to get the girl that used to be his woman. She's been in a few things and all. She was in 2 Bond films, Man with the Golden Gun, you might remember her in. But you definitely remember her in Octopussy, because she played Octopussy. But yeah, it's with her, and you can tell there's still a love between them, but they can't get together because people, basically, the adult ones, are in their life. There's a bit where they can't get her with him, but he knows it's a setup. So he's basically trying to talk him into retiring. So basically, it's a put up by the adult one to see if the old love of his life can talk him into it. Won't budge. Won't even budge turn his mate's life port machine off, even though you got the idea he's bed dead. He's lying there like this. Like a zombie. No, it's a horrible thing to say, but he is. But he won't do it. And he's got the last game, right? And they're pushing him into leaving, pushing him to retire, pushing him to do what he likes doing. His mates are like doing him the science treatment, but the ones who he's been with football with, the rollerball, I should say. But he does it, and the team at the rollerball is priceless. He's on the motorbike, the base is going on fire, everything's on fire, riding the motorbike, he goes through. And it ends where he pauses and he throws the ball right in the fucking hole. The boss who's tried to get him to retire walks off, throwing a stopper. Get on the way, because he didn't get what he wanted. And it just, you get that music. Bear with me. Tap my dog because he's barking. She's getting excited. Right. Rides off on his motorbike and it pauses with that epic music. And it ends like that, and it's beautiful. It ends epic. He ends doing the fuckers what they wanted. From 1975, Rollerball. It's a Dudden. Bear with me. Who's super tired? Right. It's a dud one. It's a tacit from the science fiction days. These are the days when science fiction films were going a bit predictable, going a bit taboo. But this one, I didn't mind it. I just went for the scenes where he's on the motorbike, the new sports. Even my dog's getting excited. Oh, she thinks she's James Caan. But you know what I mean? You've got this. It's epic. The things on the motorbike, the fire, the fight scenes in it. He gets his own back, and the bastards what did that to his mate when he whacks one of the arseholes what did it to him. His mate, that is. So like I say, it ends and it pauses on the epic scene where he's like that. And the thing I love about it is you've got grown-ups, they're not just pretty boys like the shitty remake. You've got competent professional actors. Say it again. You've got grown-up professional actors, and it's good. I dilute it. So into then, that's Rollerball from 1975. 2 more movies on the way. Into then, be smart, be safe, and I'll see you soon.